All right, today we are diving deep into a concept that has seriously changed the game for millions of relationships. It's called the 5 love languages. And trust me, it's a deceptively simple idea, but its impact on how we connect with the people we love most, it's huge.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever felt this way? You feel like you're giving everything you've got. You're trying so hard to show your partner you love them, but somehow it's just not landing. They still say they don't feel loved. Or, hey, maybe it's the other way around. This feeling, this disconnect, is unbelievably common, and it usually boils down to one simple but really powerful idea.
To really get a handle on this feeling of disconnection, Dr. Gary Chapman, the guy who came up with this whole framework, he uses this absolutely brilliant metaphor. He calls it the empty love tank, and it is the absolute key to figuring out what's really going on.
Okay, picture this. Every single one of us is walking around with an emotional love tank. When that tank is full, you feel safe, you feel connected, life is good. But when that tank is running on empty, oh boy, everything feels like a struggle. The tiniest disagreement can blow up into a massive fight. Why? Because you're basically running on emotional fumes. So the whole goal here is to figure out how to keep your partner's tank full, and just as important, how they can keep yours full too.
But hang on, before we even get into how to fill that tank, we have to wrap our heads around this really crucial idea that Chapman talks about. It's the difference between love as a feeling and love as a choice. And believe me, this distinction is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
So Chapman says we often confuse two totally different things that we call love. You've got the in-love experience, that dizzy butterflies in your stomach feeling. It's amazing, right? But it's also a temporary chemical high. On average, it lasts about 2 years. And that's usually when couples start to panic thinking, oh no, the love is gone. But Chapman argues that this is actually where real love can finally begin. See, real love isn't a feeling that just happens to you. It's a choice. It's an act of your will. It's deciding, day in and day out, to spend your energy for the good of your partner.
So how do we actually do that? How do we make that choice to love? Well, this is where the 5 love languages come into play. They are the practical, hands-on tools that let you spend your energy in a way that your partner will actually get. You can think of them as the real-world instruction manual for real love.
Okay, first up we have words of affirmation. You know, Mark Twain once said, "I can live for 2 months on a good compliment." That pretty much nails the heart of this love language right there.
For someone whose main language is words of affirmation, what you say has incredible weight. We're talking verbal compliments, saying thank you for the little things, offering encouragement like, "I believe in you." These words are like pure fuel for their love tank. And here's the flip side, the antidote. For this person, harsh criticism isn't just a bummer, it's absolutely devastating. Your words can literally build them up or tear them down.
Next up, language number 2, quality time. And this one is probably the most misunderstood of all 5, because it means so much more than just being in the same house or the same room with your partner.
The absolute key here is one thing: undivided attention. It's putting the phone down, turning the TV off, looking your partner in the eyes and giving them the most valuable thing you have, your focused time. For a person who speaks this language, your full attention screams, "You are important to me. You matter." And so, you can imagine, distracted listening? It feels like a punch to the gut. It feels like total rejection.
Our third language is receiving gifts. Now hold on. It's so easy to hear this and think it's all about materialism. But that completely misses the point. This language has almost nothing to do with how much a gift costs.
A gift is a physical, visual symbol of love. It's something you can literally hold in your hand that says, "I was thinking about you when you weren't around." It's the thought, the effort, that fills the tank. A flower picked from the garden can mean just as much as an expensive diamond. And this is why forgetting a birthday or an anniversary is so deeply painful for this person. The message they hear isn't, "Oops, I forgot." It's, "I forgot you."
Okay, number 4 is acts of service. For people who speak this language, that old saying is 100% true. Actions speak way, way louder than words.
This is all about showing your love by doing things. It's about easing your partner's burdens. Think cooking a meal, taking out the trash without being asked, handling an annoying errand. But, and this is a huge but, your attitude is everything. These acts have to be done with a positive spirit. If you do them while sighing and complaining, you've actually just canceled out the act of love.
And finally, our 5th language, physical touch. And let's be clear, this is about way more than just what happens in the bedroom.
For a person whose primary language is physical touch, that connection is a powerful, powerful communicator of love and security. We're talking about holding hands, a hug, a simple touch on the arm as you walk by, sitting close on the couch. These are all the different dialects of this language. And withdrawing that touch, giving the cold shoulder, is felt as withdrawing love itself. It's a profound rejection.
All right, so now that we know what the 5 languages are, the million-dollar question is, which one is yours and which one is your partner's? Well, good news. There's actually a pretty simple way to figure it all out.
Just ask yourself these 3 questions. First, what does your partner do or not do that hurts you the most? The opposite of that is probably your love language. Second, what do you find yourself asking for all the time? If you're constantly saying, "Can't you just help me with the dishes?" your language is probably acts of service. And third, how do you naturally show love to other people? We almost always try to give love in the language we most want to receive it.
Now, figuring this out isn't just some fun little personality quiz. It's about making sure that all the effort you're putting into your relationship actually, counts. It's about making a shift from just loving hard to loving smart.
Chapman actually suggests this amazing practical little tool. He calls it the tank check. All you have to do is, on a regular basis, ask your partner, "Hey, on a scale of 0 to 10, how full is your love tank tonight?" Now, if they say it's a 2, the most important thing is not to get defensive. Instead, you just ask, "What could I do to help fill it up a bit?" And just like that, you've opened a direct line of communication about what they really truly need from you. So here's the big takeaway from all of this. You might be working your tail off, pouring all your energy into showing love, but if you're speaking the wrong language, your message is getting lost in translation. Learning your partner's love language lets you stop guessing and start actually connecting. It's about loving smarter, not just harder. So, what do you think your primary love language is?